So you see my rice here, it's the Thai sweet glutinous rice. I have soaked it already for 6-7 hours. 4 hours is the minimum. And when I start soaking it, what I want to do is take it like this to get all the starchiness out 5 times. I wash it until it's all clear, and then I let it soak for a minimum of 4 hours. You can do overnight for 12 hours if you want. This is 6 hours, it's been soaked already. And the last one I do, and it runs clear, okay? This is 1 cup, again, of sweet, glutinous Thai rice. Do not use sushi glutinous rice. Sushi rice is also glutinous, but it's not the same. Then I take my cloth, a muslin, non-smelly, and I never wash it with, I don't like to wash it with detergent because it takes the smell of the detergent. And I put all of my rice unbroken. You have to be very gentle with it. Okay. You put it in this cloth. Here I have a steamer. It's a Japanese, Thai, Vietnamese steamer, which is basically this. And I have water on the bottom, not a lot, just enough to steam. I'm gonna add a little bit of water just in case, because you don't want to run out of water. I have steamed already my water, but I want to put enough to know that I have my water right. So we're gonna wait until my water boils. So my water is boiling. I put this here and I spread my rice. The more spread it is, the better it cooks. So I just spread my rice, but I also make sure that I have room on the side for the steam to come up, and then I close it and I wait for about 15 to 20 minutes depending on the amount of rice. Obviously I have here 1 cup of rice, so we are gonna wait for that. Pause. So I'm making 2 sauces, one for the rice and one for the topping. This has to be warm by the time our rice is done. So what I like to do is to put 2/3 of a cup coconut milk, good coconut milk. I recommend you usually buy the pricey ones. Aroidi is a good one, the brand. So here I have 2/3 of a cup coconut milk, 1/2 cup sugar, and I love the sweet and salty. So I put like a generous 1/2 teaspoon of salt, maybe a little bit more. Like I say, you have to give it a little bit of ocean. So good sea salt. And all I'm doing here is just make sure the sugar and the coconut milk are dissolved. And if you have a good coconut milk, the fat and the juice separate, and you see that. As soon as you don't see any graininess or anything, that means this is ready, and we're gonna move on to the next sauce we're gonna do for the top. This is ready. The trick is this has to be also Let me see. Perfect. This has to be warm. Hold on, let's give it a boil. This has to be warm for mixing by the time we mix it with our rice. So we keep it warm here. Okay, we are done here. So now we're gonna go for the topping of our rice and our mangoes. And to do that, I have 2 teaspoons of rice flour into about 2 tablespoons of water. I just dump it in here, make kind of a slurry. Basically, this is a slurry that we are making. You can put cornstarch if you don't have rice flour, but rice flour is fresher, it's lighter. Okay. So I put half a cup now of the same coconut milk that I used here. I add my rice flour and water. If you didn't catch all of it, because it goes to the bottom, you catch it like this. And again, I want to put a little bit of salt. So about a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And as soon as we do that, at the beginning you will not realize like it's doing it, but the rice flour is gonna thicken it. So this is gonna be a lot thicker than that as soon as it boils, and you have to make sure that you are constantly stirring it. Now here, if you want to be super dramatic, and this is my Persian side, not that Thai people do. Actually, Thai people color their, they do color some of their rice. But here I'm going to do something. Remember the wheat powder that I made the other day, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to put a little bit of wheat powder in this. I've never done it before. This is the first time in front of the camera. Stupid thing to do. But it's gonna become really fun. So this is our sauce that I've slightly colored. That's gonna go on top of my sticky rice and mango. Beautiful color. So now we have our sauce, we have our of course the car has to do that. Okay, so we have perfect, beautiful, perfect. Okay, we are done. It's gorgeous. I will tell you why. It's super hot too. So we're taking this. We don't need it, but I want to keep, it's very important to keep this warm. So I'm putting this here. I obviously do not need this anymore. But here, I want you to see this beauty. Our rice is just perfect. It's translucent. It's together, it's sticky, it's very translucent. Just perfect. We take it, put it here. This is the test. It has to all come out of the muslin, which it did. You see that? I want you to see how good. That's why it's very important when I showed you to wet your cloth. If you don't do it, you're gonna have problems. This is just the seam, so it's okay. But the most important thing is I have this together. Oh, it's gorgeous. And what you do now, you take this and you go over it. So this is the fat and the sweet and the salty. It's basically the umami, which we want to be very careful how we treat, because this rice is ready to soak up a lot more, right? You see, I open every grain up without breaking it, and I fold, and even as I'm doing this, I see how it is soaking it up. Okay, I think that's enough. We can always add, but we cannot subtract. You see, guys, as we are waiting, it has absorbed and it has become translucent. We're still leaving this here. We have this, our cream, our water. We no longer need our water. What we need to do now is to cut our mango. I have already cut mango, but it's like cubed. What I like to show you is how Thai people cut the mango specifically for the sticky rice. They take a generous amount of the skin off on one side, just like that. Don't ask me why. They don't do the whole mango. And your mango, they use mostly Alfonso mango, but you know, I saw this and I'm gonna use this. So, sorry, I have to cook and clean. I cannot deal with. So once that's done, they take, because we know the mango seed is this way, they take this, they cut it this way and this way, and they slide it oops, I think I didn't slide it right. Yeah, they slide it this way, and they do the exact same thing the other way, and we can cut it here or we can cut it on the mango. I think it's better this way. Okay, we go like this. For example, and then we give it one more stir. This is for 2 or 3 people, it's not for one person. So we form it like that, and like this. We're from the country of orchids, so this is the last orchid of my garden for this season, and I call it Lady Lavender, and that's why I made the slur this color. And we definitely make sure that we clean everything. So here it is. It may seem very difficult the first time you do it, but over time it becomes really easy. It doesn't have so many elements. Learning to do the rice like this is the most important part of it, but the rest of it, it's super easy and really, really yummy to make you feel a little bad. I'm gonna taste it. The cameramen are salivating.